What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
That's the red, though.
To DGT.
You're
live, coming at you from the Central Coast of California. I'm Leo, along with
Rick
and
Francisco,
and now we have.
Yeah, but you're leaving people deaf.
We're way too loud.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll fix this because
filter.
Because a certain somebody over here had issues with your computer. Tell us about your computer issues, Rick.
What?
Tell us about your computer.
You gotta turn
issues.
it down. You gotta turn it down. No,
it's off.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
So,
how about now? Okay,
now
now
it's good. But now we gotta figure out what's going on.
Sorry
With the
about
chat.
that.
Okay, wait.
Scroll down,
Before we
scroll
do
down
any
here
of
for a
that, let's get right to the people out there. This is your show about gaming, movies, and pop culture. And I guess we're having technical issues because something happened to Rick's computer earlier this week. Tell us about that, Rick.
Did you hold on? Give me a second. Did you insert an entry for that?
Yeah,
guys,
I left it there last time.
No, remember it was
the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen.
So this is basically what
we're
happened.
moving on. What are we watching here?
No, hold on,
the trailer?
Hold on. So this is basically what happened. So like 2 weeks ago, Windows updated on the computer.
So tell us about the Windows
update.
update.
Updated on my computer. Everything looked fine and dandy until the next day when I loaded it up. I started getting blue screen errors, which are usually associated with display drivers and possibly bad memory. So I'm doing all this stuff, trying to get it working and fixed and whatnot. And every day it looks like it was working. Like I would adjust something, and then the next day, oh, okay, cool, it's good. And then the day after, again, another error. So it went on and on and on. Last week, possibly... Oh, you got it going? Yes. Last week, possibly, I had a reinstalled and kind of did all these fixes. And last week, when we did our show, we were told that we sounded like the pitch of our voices were jacked up. I don't know if that was associated with that or not. But whatever, so, we went with it. Again, this week, I started getting more issues, or last week again, more problems. So I had to do like just a full clean, just wipe, just all from scratch. And then so what I did is I preloaded all our settings and all this stuff. So whatever adjustments we had made then weren't saved because I loaded it back to the ones that we had prior to that clean wipe. So that's why that happened.
Gotta love them clean wipes.
Clean wipes. Baby wipes.
Yes, so we're back though, ladies and gentlemen.
We're
here.
All that aside, I think you can hear us. I think you can read us.
I had a great week. I've been playing a lot of PUBG recently. I just discovered the game. I know it's been out since the beginning of the year, I think. Yeah. It's not officially out, I think, yet. It's officially like
it's an early release is what they call it.
Yeah. And
but it's already been
so fun.
It's been early release for like 3-4 months, maybe even 6 months. It's
PUBG,
been out for a while.
It's Battle Royale mixed with Grand Theft Auto. Boom. Had a baby.
So before we get into that, let's kind of recap because we had to restart the show. Let's kind of recap what happened with the Classic.
Oh, Super Nintendo Classic. Very exciting news, guys. This Friday, release in North America and all over the world, technically. September 29, Super Nintendo Classic will be available in stores.
This Friday.
And for those of you that missed out on the pre-orders, Reggie Films Anime, as I like to call him, he took a break from filming anime and told us about a couple of weeks ago that, yes, do not go and pay amounts of money that are way more than the $89.99 MSRP. So he's essentially saying everybody's going to get a lot of stock. Don't worry about the scalpers. Do not pay more than $100 for an SNES Classic. And it turns out that, yes, employees from certain stores, Toys R Us, Target, and Best Buy are saying that, yes, indeed. Toys R Us are getting about 30 units of product on opening day, Target about 60, and Best Buy on the high traffic areas, stores about 90 units. So they're basically saying it's going to be available for everybody to just walk in and be able to buy one off the shelf, unlike its predecessor, the NES Classic, which Leo still has not gotten. But
2018 coming up.
But
summer of 2018, NES Classic making a comeback as well.
Yeah.
So we got a slight slither of hope, fellas.
Yeah,
That's right.
We might get it after all.
Yeah.
We might do it. So on with the show, guys. What's
all right,
going on?
show me
this?
here, screen. What's going on, Leo?
All right. So
Take that face away.
bam.
So
Let's watch this.
Oh, I
The
know
new
this.
trailer for the
The
Tomb Raider
Hunger
film
Games.
game dropped up.
last Monday,
And
We
Okay,
talked
you
about
say it.
last Monday. We talked about the teaser trailer, and it was going to be released. The official was going to be released the day after. It's finally out. So go ahead, Leo.
Yeah, man. I mean, remember, this was one of my favorite games on the PS3 generation, and which I think, what was that called? The 7th generation of gaming? Right?
Sure,
Something
why
like
not?
that.
Why not?
Anyway, this is one of my favorite games of that generation of gaming, and from what I'm seeing on this trailer is a lot of familiar elements and a lot of familiar scenes from that game. Like, it's almost like they pulled things directly out of that game and put it into this film, and that is a good thing. I'm really, really excited to see a recreation of the game. Kind of like, if you think about what happened with the Beauty and the Beast remake from animated to live action, that's what I've always hoped for, to see from a video game to a live action film. Something where they don't change too much, where they just kind of like retell the whole story through the medium of film. And I think, and I'm hoping, that this is what we're going to get with this particular film.
And you've seen the side by side, right? The movie trailer with the game. Clips.
Afterwards, after I saw it, I thought to myself, like, maybe I should do a side by side. It's gonna take too long. Not gonna do it. Somebody else will probably do it. Sure enough, next day it was up on the internet. Saw the side by side, and
that could have been you.
Yeah, it's like she's using the same tools. She has the same look. She has a whole scene at the beginning of the game with the boat, falling into the ocean, and her being stranded on that island, and then just bad guys showing up and whatnot. I think the only thing that was sort of missing in the trailer that is in the actual game is her Pacific Islander friend. But other than that, it's like, I'm pretty excited about this film. It looks good. I'm surprised though. It doesn't look like a Hollywood AAA title. It looks more like
It looks like it's gonna be an awesome action movie.
Not quite a B film, but like a little bit higher than a B film. It's like a B+ film.
It looks like it's gonna have some pretty good action. I do like the fact, because like the previous 2 movies that came out with Angelina Jolie, I don't think I ever saw the second one. But those were just kind of those were just kind of like its own thing. I don't think they took after any of the Lara Croft games, the previous ones. It was just its own little thing, right? This at least looks like it's going, neck and neck with what the game that you actually played.
But I have to say something.
What do you think about this game? Have you ever played the original?
No, okay, and that's what I was gonna say. To me, seeing this movie looks cool. But like you're saying and mentioning that it's side by side, almost identical to the beginning of the game. And who knows if the movie is gonna be exactly as the game? Then what's the point of watching the movie if you already know the story? For the people that have played the game. That's one of the reasons why I always thought that having something identical to the game would not always work. Like Zelda. Zelda's a big example, and that's probably why Nintendo doesn't really want to make a movie, because they don't want to ruin the game, or vice versa.
I see your point, but you also got to understand, like, most of the arguments we have on the air here for our audience come from you being mad about the Marvel films not following, or the DC films or the Marvel films changing a little bit about some of the comics.
What's that?
And you argue that staying true to the comic material is
I don't remember that.
is a good thing, and you're always saying DC should follow the lead that Marvel's doing. They're staying true to the comics characters, and
it's an on and off thing, because there's two sides to it. Yeah, we do talk about that. For the fans that know what it's about, that have read it or seen it or played it, it isn't going to do them justice, because it's never going to be the exact same thing movie-wise. So you're going to upset those fans or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, this is the other end. This is the I've never seen it.
Right.
So
and that's
why even bother with it? Because if I play it, then what's the point? Or
of watching the movie? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
So there's two sides to it.
I see what you're saying. It's just personal preference. That's what it all comes down to. It's kind of like
I will watch this.
The Beauty and the Beast film. It's a full-on remake of the cartoon, and that was a good thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I still haven't seen it.
I don't know if you enjoyed it like I did,
It was alright.
but I really, really enjoyed that. That's something that I've actually, since I was a child, I
Please.
always wanted. A live-action remake of an animated flick that I really enjoyed. So I think we're going to
Hi,
see
Rosanna.
a lot of that where they heavily almost copy and paste from one medium to the next.
Well, I mean, it's never going to be an
kind of-
exact copy of it either
No,
way.
no,
I mean,
it
they're
won't be
going to
exact.
copy some elements, but there's others that they can't. Time-wise as well, they can't fit the full game in
Yeah, I
two
mean,
or
it's
even a 3-hour movie.
6 to 10 hour campaign,
Right.
depending on your skill
So
level.
they're going to have to eliminate some of the stuff. But I
No,
think
and I'm pretty sure they will.
I think this is
summarize.
just essentially showing that the core concept of the movie is the game. So it's kind of basically telling you we're not
Right.
going to disappoint you in that way.
Okay.
I think that's what they're trying to basically
Then I'm
convey.
good with that, Rick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
I
So what are we
appreciate it.
looking at here, folks?
Oh my God!
Shane makes
dude.
a comeback in The Walking Dead season 8.
Dude,
He didn't really
okay.
die.
So, oh my God, dude!
Spoiler.
The Punisher was supposed to be a side character for Daredevil,
Right.
nothing else, and he became so popular, so immensely good.
I haven't actually seen this, guys.
Oh yeah, this is.
Was he really supposed to be a side character? Because they got a high-profile actor to play him. I mean, I know that's what they
Well-
want to sell it to the audience as, but come on. It's like, really? Was
Well,
Punisher going to
well, look
always
at-
be a side character?
Look at Iron Man and Pepper Potts. I mean, she's a big, high-profile actor, and still she's not predominantly shown in the Iron Man movies. So that's how I saw it. But oh, dude, I mean, they talked about making him a series. I never really thought they were gonna follow through, and
Yeah.
there it is. And it looks as violent as the Punisher is supposed to be, which is insane. I mean, this is a trailer, and we already saw so much violence. Obviously, you know, beware. You know, if you're watching with your children, even though it's supposed to be a superhero, this guy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert,
Spoiler.
Punisher kills a lot of people.
Oh,
Yeah, he
what's the
does.
point of watching it now, Leo?
Yeah, you're right. Might as well not watch it.
I'm looking forward to it, actually. I enjoy The Punisher. I'll be honest, the movie that came out, I didn't think it was that bad. It was some kind of goofy, odd acting in it, but I enjoyed the film.
them. Yeah,
You know,
both of
because
them.
I remember you saying that like early this year, and I actually saw it after you said that. I was like, I gotta see it now.
I got it.
So I saw it, and I was like, you know, the
Frank Castle.
actor was kind of lame.
Mhm.
He looked too squeaky clean and
Sup, Ken?
like neat, but
yo.
but actually overall the movie wasn't as bad as I was.
It was
thinking.
enjoyable.
It seemed
It's
it seemed
good.
like it was like a made for TV film.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't
Like it would have hit hard if it came out in the 80s.
Yes, totally.
But anyways, but yeah,
Ken,
I'm
what's
looking
up?
I'm looking forward to this series, and they still haven't released a date, right? They just
No,
keep saying
they just
this
said
year.
2017. I saw the month and it was
It's
flickering.
like they-
Yeah.
Like they
So-
purposely like.
I'm willing. I'm willing to bet that it's actually going to be
Just a cheetah? It's
It's
somewhere.
Porky Pig on there.
I'm thinking December, guys. I don't know.
It's
December.
well, I mean, what we're in September, late
November,
September.
December,
We
I'm gonna
got.
say.
I'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November. Remember that old stupid white?
I'm
Cat
thinking
song?
November. I'm thinking by November
Yeah,
we're gonna get
probably Thanksgiving weekend. It's like
Ooh,
stuff yourself with
binge.
turkey, Black Friday.
Ooh.
Ken,
watch
Ken,
Punisher.
Look over here, Ken, and all the people watching us at home.
it. Help me forget about.
Please be responsible with the stuff you post up here.
Yeah, because this is. Oh look, words are
Yeah,
behind.
because we're live.
We're live.
We're live. Yeah.
Yes.
All your comments are gonna be up here. Anything that we see on there. That,
Iron Fist was amazing.
yes.
It was pretty good. It was pretty.
It
good.
was,
It wasn't
yeah.
the best, but it was pretty good.
I said yes, but I was
Yes.
really like.
Yes,
I
you're
hate
all
Iron.
cringe.
I hate Iron Fist.
Hey, let's not say hate, Leo, because you did enjoy somewhat in Defenders. I think you.
I became to not hate him.
There you go.
Towards the end of the
Right.
series,
Okay.
but throughout the whole thing, I was like, "Ah, why is this guy in here?"
Moving along. Team Coco.
Oh, Coco.
dude.
Oh,
I'm
a zombie
so-
dog from Resident Evil.
Dude, okay.
Uh-oh, what was that boy doing?
So this is
Oh,
the first
Ricky.
time I think that Pixar is actually connecting with Latin American roots, Mexican more than
Iron
anything.
Fist was garbage fire.
It's amazing. This scene right here, with the mom going after this. Check it out.
Look at
Bam.
bam, la
La
chancla.
chancla. I mean, dude, look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. This movie looks so good, so clean, and there's Pedro Infante right there. I mean, you cannot deny it. That's Pedro Infante.
Do you know if Pixar actually got the rights to
I'm sure
use
they
him,
couldn't.
or is it
No.
supposed to be like a
He has-
coincidental?
It's a hush hush kind of
Right,
thing.
he has a different name. They actually say his name on this trailer. If you haven't seen it, this is the most recent trailer that they released, and they say his name and basically.
So they're
the whole
blatantly
story.
using his likeness and
Yes.
just changing the
Yes,
name.
Right.
Man,
So you know,
you gotta pay Latinos, Pixar.
but
This
dude,
looks like a cool film and all, but it just it's reminding me too much of Book of Life.
Yeah,
Book
yeah.
of Life has been done, but the
It's
good
been
thing
done.
about this though is that it's not following that story, but rather following a family. You know, like the struggle between generational struggles and arguments. You know, like they're saying that the singer pretty much didn't care about what their family did or didn't do while he was out trying to get famous, and so they disowned him. So nobody cares about music anymore in that family except this kid. He loves music. He wants to be a musician, and I guess, you know, it's trying to make things right with the ancestors and the current family. And color me
That's
impressed.
cool.
I'm intrigued. I want to see this.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna
Opening
watch
day.
it for sure.
Yeah, opening day, I'm there.
Yes, I want to watch it too, but I agree though. It looks too much like Book of Life, but then again, it's like, how much can you really change this Mexican?
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Day
You're
of the
talking
Dead.
about
Tradition,
you're talking
Day of the
about
Dead
La Muerte
folklore.
and all these concepts where it's kind of straightforward to a certain point. It's like, this is what it's about. I mean, how much can you play with that idea, that concept, you know?
right.
But yeah, I mean, it looks nice. It looks like it's gonna be a nice, funny, friendly family movie.
It looks amazing.
And yeah, for sure, I'm gonna see it. I mean, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying it looks a lot like Book of Life. But yeah, still worth a watch.
Yeah, yeah. So what are we watching now?
What's going on next? Oh, so
Oh, dude. Tell us your experience with Mewtwo, Leo, or Rick.
wait, let me tell this little story then,
All right.
because
Before you
So-
say anything, let me just butt out here because I'm not into Pokemon as much as you guys are.
you shut your mouth and you listen to us.
And you like it.
You like it. So last week, everybody that we know and their mother started getting a notification that you were invited to the EX raid, and everybody is like, yeah, it's my turn. Yeah, Mewtwo, right?
Right.
So I finally get the pass, and it was for Thursday at 7:00 at whatever gym, right?
Right.
So everybody's making these plans. Oh, we're gonna show up at this time, and we're gonna form, and blah blah blah, this and that. So I'm stoked. I'm thrilled. I'm getting ready to go. Half an hour before it's time to go, I try logging in, and I can't log in. I have one of the Pokemon trainer accounts, the PTK, whatever it's called,
Right.
and they're known to just randomly, well, not randomly,
Just
like
knock
every other month or so, you just can't log in until they make whatever updates
Maintenance.
or whatever, whatever's going on, and you just can't log in.
Mm.
I was getting mad. I was like, man, if I miss this Mewtwo raid, I'm going to be, oh. Luckily, the group that I went,
They waited for you?
well, they waited because they already had pre-arranged to start half an
A
hour
certain time.
after.
Okay.
So by the time I got there, I'm like, I can't log in. Everybody's like, yeah, there's a couple of us. We're all waiting. We're good. We still got like half an hour before we even attempt to go in. So it was like 7:30, and then I'm like, no, I still can't get in. But people were starting to finally get in. So I was like, okay, so I just got to wait. And eventually I got in. And I battled, and I caught him.
Well, see, in my case,
Congratulations, Rick.
it was different because we had gym control. We're Team Instinct. And we
Boo.
actually got there half an hour before
Red.
the actual time to try to maintain that gym control, because as you know, whoever plays Pokemon Go that's watching us, if you have gym control and the majority is from the same team, you get more balls, more opportunities to catch the Pokemon. So yeah, I think we had like 3 different teams of like 12, 13 people. So they're like, all right, who wants to go first, you know? And nobody wanted to go first because, you know, I guess they're nervous, whatever. They really want to catch this guy. I'm like, I'll go first, whatever, you know? So then people started following me. You know, we beat it. And then I'm like, all right, here comes the difficult part. And I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to catch it. I had already, you know, make myself thinking I'm not going to catch it. And boom, first try, first ball.
Nice.
I screamed like a little schoolgirl. Like, yes! Everybody just stared at me. And they're like, sweet, congrats. First guy that got the Mewtwo. And then after that, I'm like, so can I press OK? Because, you know, everybody has the thing that says that you should not press OK until everybody's done trying to catch their Pokemon because then it reduces their chances. I don't know how true that is, Rick. But I'm like, I want to see what stats I got, you know? And I'm like,
everybody's
right,
just holding it at the OK screen.
And everybody's taking their sweet time.
I won't lie.
Because they don't want to miss, so they're like waiting and it's starting his moves. And I'm like, I want to press OK already.
I won't lie. When it was my turn, my group, it was about 12 of us that went at that time. I was like maybe the 4th or 5th that caught it. And I'm like, sweet, I got it. And I started talking, I don't know what. And I'm just like, yeah, just like.
No, it's like, you press OK? Oh, you bug. Yeah, so Pokemon Go is a good game. I mean, it has brought a lot of people together. A lot of people, like in Rick's groups and my group, it's like, I didn't know these guys. And then we just, you know, became friends because of a game.
In our town, I think all Pokemon Go players, all serious Pokemon Go players already know each other now.
Yep.
They know each other by name and by screen name,
right,
because they've been raiding so often that they see them almost on a daily basis, maybe even more than once a day.
Yeah, and they wait for you. It's like, I'm going to be like so many minutes late. And they're like, all right, we'll wait for you. And they hang on.
Yeah, you got like an hour or so to raid it either way. So aside from that, so Pokemon Go has released its next event that started this Thursday, and it's going up until the 2nd of October, I think
so. 2nd, yes.
So essentially, it's just double Stardust for any
Stardust.
catch. Any new Pokedex entry is double the XP. Eggs are now
2Ks.
They now have just the 2K eggs?
The 2Ks are supposed to be very special. Are supposed to be Pokemon that you can never essentially find on
Really?
eggs.
I thought it was just all eggs had a higher.
No, there's a lot of Larvitars now that hatch out of eggs.
So hatch 2K eggs.
And Dratinis, and there was another one. Rare Pokemon, essentially.
Yeah, so more of the rare Pokemon
Ludem and Phillips eggs.
That too. They're starting to spawn from the eggs now. And then they're also they're promoting now their 1.5 time incubator. So
Which, no.
If you want to get it, but most of the time, I mean, you don't really need it. Just keep walking.
Yeah, exercise.
Keep walking.
So that's it all with the nose of Pokemon.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
Did
you tune back in, Leo?
Team Violence.
Did you tune back in already?
I'm back in.
All right.
Oh, I
We
thought it
got
was
some
a Furious
Fortnite
5
versus
time.
PUBG action. Rick, tell us the news about this.
Remember that link that you posted, the Zelda and GTA?
This looks like a cartoon.
I thought that's what it was going to be because I saw him with that little kite thing, and I thought that's what it was. Anyways,
Dude, this is not first-person view. I can play this.
we're telling you.
But
this is Fortnite.
Okay.
This is Fortnite, but the other one is PUBG. It's the same thing, though. So right now...
I told you, no? I know Rick told you it was third person.
I can still play this, guys.
Rick told you it was
switch it to
third
first
person.
person.
I told you it was like GTA, but with different rules meets Hunger Games.
Okay.
You know?
So right now, I guess, not so much of a controversy, but it's kind of...
Is this a PewDiePie game?
being... No.
Yeah, it's the one that he got caught.
No, that was the other
saying
one.
his word with not this game that's on screen right now, but it's
the other one.
PUBG.
So they're now kind of comparing these two games because essentially,
Which, by
it's
the way,
same kind
now
of
I understand
concept.
why he was so
Mad.
intense, so mad,
We've been
because
playing a lot of it.
that game is just like, it's amazing. I strongly recommend
the
it.
thing is, though, Battle Royale is a concept that has been taken from many other sources many other times.
Right.
PUBG is basically Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite is actually a
is
defense,
PUBG on the
a
screen.
defense game where you basically establish a location, you fortify a fort.
All right.
So you defend yourself, you put traps, you shoot zombies or whatever it is that you're fighting. It's a defender type of game. They now just rolled over and put in the Battle Royale element into it. So now a lot of people are kind of saying like, oh, it's a ripoff, and it's like, why is it a ripoff? It's two separate games that essentially do the same thing, because it's the concept of Battle Royale.
All right.
Kind of like the whole, what we were talking about last week or the week before, Battleborn and Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
2 different games, FPSs, but they had their own kind of little tweaks here and there. The main thing about this one is that it's a little bit more realistic, even though it's still a work in progress kind of.
Right.
The other one is more cartoonish, as you saw, but it looked a little bit more polished because it's a finished product. This one is still a work in progress, so there's still bugs and glitches and whatnot that are actually happening. I gotta admit, though, I love this game, but I think I might actually get the other one as well, being that it's gonna be free to play too.
Yeah, I was
So,
actually thinking about
I think
downloading it
I'm gonna
earlier,
play
but
both.
there was that big Windows update that kind of like got in the way of doing that. I'm gonna do that later on. If it, it's a free to play game, it's there. Might as well.
Well, it's on the 26th, so we still got like 3 or so. What day? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow it's free. Free to play tomorrow, guys. So give it a shot. Try it out. See what you guys think about it. Let us know. We'll let you know next week.
Yeah,
Probably.
we'll be on it. We'll be on some of that action.
By the way, our screen names are what you see down there. Oh, no, that's not Leo's. That's not your screen name. That's mine.
That's our Twitter names.
Well, that's my.
Our
That's pretty much
Twitter
my.
handle.
That's my handle for pretty much
All
everything.
across
Mine
the
too.
board.
Yeah.
Mine too.
So,
Get on it, Leo.
yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah. I don't want people, strangers, hitting me up on while I'm trying to game.
Ignore.
I just, danger stranger out there.
Stranger danger. By the way,
You know what time it is, Rick?
PUBG time.
It's time for Leo's Furious 5 coming at ya. This week, in honor of...
I hope that didn't blow up in their ears.
Where did we go?
I hope it did.
With this
Because
Okay.
that's what it's supposed to do.
It melted us off the
With
screen.
this-
We
guys.
are melted off the screen. Rick, I thought you were supposed to have all this stuff ready, Rick.
You're,
Bam, there we are.
you're over. Whoa.
Whoa,
We're right there. We're huge. We're going to be huge. We're going to be huge.
Our set is broken now.
It doesn't matter. It's the Furious
killed
5
it.
set right now.
It burnt the stage. It
Yeah.
melted it off.
It's
all,
too good.
It's all white now.
Too good for television. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll
I
fix
know
it
you've been
later.
waiting for this for more than a month now. Leo's Furious 5
Look at
is
Rick's
brought
shirt.
to
I've been
you
waiting for like
by-
I'm on fire. I've been waiting for like a year for this, dude.
Seriously, what
Okay.
happened to Leo's Furious 5? Vacation time?
the top 5 best video game clones / rip-offs. Couple.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The top 5 couple. Honorable mention.
No, the honorable mentions go at the end.
No, I'm going to give him right now.
What is your
GTA, the Grand Theft Auto series. But it didn't make the top 5 because the other games that were rip-offs of it weren't quite up to par. So it was very disbalanced. Like both games had to be really, really good. And these just did. Some of these were good, but didn't quite make it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like
For real though.
Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Those were pretty good too. Honorable mention. They didn't crack the top 5 list. Here we go. Number 5. Uncharted and Tomb Raider series. 2 of my favorite series. Uncharted, as you guys know, is one of my top series of all time. Tomb Raider is not quite there, but it's almost the same thing. I really, really enjoy the Tomb Raider games. They're great games. They're, you can almost swear they were direct clones of each other.
Well, one's a guy, one's a girl.
Yeah. So, yeah. Number 5. Now, number 4. I mean, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, you're on number 4 now.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was number 4. I messed things up. Number...
What? You don't even know your list? God.
Have chicken scratches. Rick said it earlier. Number 5 was God of War and Dante's Inferno. Both-
That's a rip-off.
Okay.
Both great
Or it's
games.
the same
Both,
engine.
uh,
It's just basically a different
Dante's
skin.
Inferno, complete ripoff of God of War, but it was still fun. It was really good.
Wasn't it the same makers as well?
It felt polished.
No?
No, it was not
Just the same
makers.
engine, right?
Not even the same engine.
Yeah,
They
it
just
was.
recreated the same gameplay mechanics. Same exact gameplay mechanics. I'm surprised they didn't get sued by Santa Monica Studios. Okay, number 5. I already told you I messed it up. Uncharted with Tomb Raider.
Number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Call of Duty and Battlefield. Call of Duty and Battlefield.
You know what? I could never really... I played Call of Duty 2 for a bit. That was it.
Yeah. So
I couldn't
these
really get into those.
in my opinion, they're great franchises. Both of them are. They have their pros and their cons each, according to your preferred play style. But you have to admit, they're the same type of game, almost. I wanted to put Halo and Destiny in here. However, but it's the same makers, so I kind of disqualified that because it's not a rip-off. It's more just like a clone.
They found steroids in the urine.
So yeah, I mean, it's the same guys making the same game, but with a different time, pretty much. So yeah. Anyway, number 2, Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, those are 2 classics. Most people, I think, especially the younger people, don't realize how much of a clone Banjo-Kazooie was from Super Mario 64. It borrowed almost all the elements.
The only thing that it didn't have was like the triple jump.
Super Mario didn't?
No, Banjo-Kazooie didn't have Mario's triple jump. That was about it.
I don't think it had that. Yeah, so, but in terms of gameplay, it almost had everything else. All the same stuff, times 5. Like 5. Yeah.
Furious 5.
And
are they?
Yes, they are. And number 1.
Let us know if it's too loud. Let us know if it's like mouth in your ears.
The number 1 of all time, Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. Both fighting games, both from the early 90s, and both complete hits, both still relevant, and both some of my favorite franchises of all time.
Yeah, they're both good games, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, they are both fighting games, but there is a huge difference.
It's not a direct like rip off, like gameplay for gameplay, but you gotta admit it's like very similar, especially for the time, because you didn't have almost any fighters like what you got out of Street Fighter. And soon thereafter, it blew up. It had a lot of
I would have compared more of like Mortal Kombat with Killer Instinct. I would have compared like those.
Okay, well, that's fair, but Killer Instinct came like years after that. I didn't.
And it is Midway, I think. So it's like basically they're same. No, it's like the Halo.
I know actually, Killer Instinct was Retro Studios.
Was it Midway
from Texas? And actually no, were they from Texas? No, it was Rare.
It was Rare. That's right. It was Rare.
Rare.
Medium Rare. Never mind. So it does qualify.
Yeah.
So your list is invalid.
Your list sucks. We made our own list.
That was Furious 5. Coming at you. Like Cleopatra.
Kind of winded.
Back to normal now.
Yeah, back to the normal life.
Back to the Earth realm.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add to this week's show?
Was that it? That we didn't have anything else on there?
You guys didn't put anything else.
Huh.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess that was it.
That's our show, guys.
That's our show. We don't even know when our show ends, but that's our show.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today on DGT Live, coming at you from the Central Coast of California. Your family-friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture. Remember to check us out at www.digitalgametime.com. Also, check out our merchandise at www.digitalgametime.com/merchandise, where you can find these sweet shirts from...
No, not these shirts.
No, not these?
Copyright.
Not these shirts.
Okay. Well, you can find original designs from the beautiful designers here at DGT.
No, just kidding.
Also, check us out on other forms of social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All that keyword, Digital Game Time. Until next time, I'm Leo along with
Rick
and
Francisco.
Enjoy your games and love your families. Ciao!
It's Daddy's Game Time.